on, guys? So, Devon Larratt dominated Monster Michael Todd. Genadi dominated Monster Michael Todd. A lot of people are saying, with Genadi beating Michael so convincingly, Devon's win is taking a hit. It doesn't mean as much anymore. I don't personally think that's true. But first, let's compare the matches and really see who won more convincingly. First, let's check out Devon versus Michael.
Don't close. Close your hands. Go!
Phenomenal. Like, he looked amazing. Round one. Okay, so the rules with King of the Table, I think, favored the King's move more than what the rules Michael was in against Genadi. But first thing, Mike off the gate, he's always strong. That first round was straight to King's move. Devon stopped it. That was the longest match between them two. And then Devon obviously cranked him up. And I feel like Devon was bleeding him out. Devon does that. Everyone knows this. Devon has the greatest endurance, probably in arm wrestling history. And Devon gets you at a spot where he's real tight, and he'll just hold there and bleed you out. And then he does this little, and he'll crank your ass down. Round two, Mike went for the King's move, but Devon didn't budge. Zero struggle. He just held him there, pin. Round three, Mike's wrist went like this. That was he just got dominated that round. Mike's wrist literally just went, looked like a fucking pancake. Because, you know, Devil's on that pancake dial. He turned Mike's wrist into a damn pancake. In round four, they went, the first three rounds with straps. Round four is no straps. Devon had his hand. He had it tight. Mike was trying to slip. Devon had so much strength in his hand. He just held him. And then last second, that's pure domination to me. Now let's check out Genadi's, because Genadi beat him convincingly as well. Their match went 4 or 6 rounds. They went all 6 rounds, but it was 4 rounds for Devon to get the win. Genadi's match was best of 5 versus 6. So let's check out Genadi.
Ready, go! Okay, Mike feels like it's a position for him and he's in control, but I don't think Genadi's
really smart.
It's still hand position is good, and Genadi shouldn't be too fast. Genadi shouldn't be too fast. He need to think about position of wrist of hand. No.
How long it took for Mike to come in?
Genadi should climb up. And Mike should think about position. Excellent. They both are thinking.
Both of them, yeah, really. Super hard.
No, it's better for Mike. He need the control. He need to get on Genadi's hand. But Genadi is in control. He can hand control.
He's talking a lot.
And Genadi is a lot of talking. A lot of kidding. And that's what we have seen from Genadi for years.
This is what we want to see.
And Mike as well. Yeah, Mike is a fighter. He will not give up. He will fight. He knows he's down 1-0. He need to fight. He need to hold on in any position. Doesn't matter. You can call it King's move, desperation move, but he's fighting. And that's the spirit of Michael. That's what I love about. That's what I love about Michael. He's fighting in any position. It's dangerous position. It's ugly position, but he's fighting.
So he cannot pull in a good hook. Because we were sitting and he was talking about pulling in a hook. But
Genadi is not letting him inside.
No. Genadi prepared. Like I told him, did you really prepare? He's like, yes. And yeah, he's very close to pinning him.
It's in control. It's in full control.
Genadi can still do those kicks. He's not even climbing. He's so.
Yeah, but you have to be careful with Michael. You know, you don't need to get because you see Genadi's wrist is flopping back.
Flopping back. Yeah.
And I think Genadi.
Gena, put your elbow down. Can you put your elbow down? Good job.
Holy shit!
He looked phenomenal as well. What I noticed against Mike in round 1 versus Devon, he almost went King's move right away. Whereas round 1 against Genadi, Mike went inside trying to pin him. I don't know. I think Mike lets people get in his head. Mike's strength and butter, no matter how much people shit talk about him, is the King's move. I think he solely needs to focus on the King's move and perfecting his strengths in that. But it looks like against Genadi, he was trying to be more offensive and attack when that's not really a strength. You could tell almost at the beginning of every round, he would hang trying to pull over. Devon said it best. I think Mike lets people get in his head and he's trying to be the arm wrestler. He's not. Genadi beat him convincingly, his 3-0. Well, I mean, it would have been 5-0 if they win every round. But I think from round to round, Genadi had to work harder. When Devon stopped Michael, Devon he didn't budge. And he was just bleeding him out. And then he did his little thing. Whereas Genadi, he was working. He had a little more tension on his arm. And he was doing his little thing. He couldn't get Michael. He had to work a little harder. If you compare the two and you watch them side by side, you would go in Devon's 4 rounds to Genadi's 3. Devon had an easier time beating Mike than Genadi did. And I also think Devon faced a stronger Mike. And the reason I say that is because Mike's way of training has always been beating personal PRs, working out. He always had a PR he wanted to reach, okay? And he beat his PRs up to Devon. When he faced Genadi, he switched up. He did a Devon workout, which I think Devon workout specifically only worked for Devon. He didn't do any, Mike didn't really do any PRs. He was doing more being healthy. He didn't do any crazy heavy weight or anything. And he said it. He said normally he goes into a match, he knows he's stronger by breaking his PRs. He didn't break any PRs going against Genadi. I think the strong version of Mike faced Devon. Devon is just that more dominant. I think Mike was a little weaker than he was when he faced Devon. Now, I think the Mike that lost to Devon would have also lost to Genadi. But I think he'd have made Genadi work harder than he already did. That's just my opinions. You compare both videos, how convincingly Devon beat him, how convincingly Genadi beat him. I think Devon beat him more convincingly. You could tell he had more control in every aspect of the match. Genadi had to actually work harder. He had to sweat more to get the pins. Where Devon, his was just, he was toying with him. He was holding him in place. He was bleeding him out. Mike slammed as hard as he could on the ready to go, and Devon just stuck him. And he wasn't like shaking to hold it. He was so much stronger than Mike. Whereas Genadi, you could tell he felt Mike's power, but he was just a little bit stronger. My personal opinion, Devon still looked better. Genadi looked good. I don't know what's next for Mike. I still think Mike's top 10. He's just closer to the 8, 9, 10 range. And he's not really chasing the top 5 anymore. Those are my opinions. I thought it'd be fun to just check out the comparison between the two videos. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like, subscribe, and y'all have a good one.